Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Dreams to Keys Realty YouTube channel. I am Jalon Strong, the Essential Millennial Realtor of Dreams to Keys Realty. I'm also on TikTok, so welcome TikTok. Tap the screen so we can see some hearts on TikTok. Let's see thumbs up on YouTube. And I want to start by welcoming everyone to both channels. We're on YouTube and TikTok as we are and have been in most recent lives. So feel free to look at our information and social media platforms from the link in the bio so that you can stay connected with us. Make sure that you like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and on that notification bell on YouTube, make sure that you click the all option if you want to stay connected with all information that we post on YouTube. On TikTok, welcome. We know that there are some challenges going on with legislation around TikTok. So if you want to stay connected with us, go to the link in the bio, click those social media icons, such as the YouTube icon, so that you can make sure that you're connected with us regardless of what happens with the US and the TikTok platform. We want to make sure that we're connected with all of our clients, customers, and potential clients and customers. So that is our intro, just to welcome everyone. Make sure that you like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. I believe if you're here now or if you're checking out the replay later, that there's information here that you want to stay connected with, either with this video or videos that we have currently on our YouTube channel, as well as future content. So stay connected with us. Now, as we do with each week, we start with the link in the bio of the week. The one for this week is titled Let's Chat, which is our consultation tab from the link in the bio. So if you are someone who is interested in buying, selling, or renting to own a residential property, feel free to go to the link in the bio, click the Let's Chat tab. That way you can schedule a consultation with us where you can talk with me for no more than 1 hour about your goals for home ownership. That way we can talk specific and not just a general sense of the market, but what your goals are and how we can best help you. If you are looking to buy, sell, or rent to own a home in Gwinnett, Fulton, or DeKalb counties, I would love to be your realtor. And if you are in other areas of not only Georgia, but the United States, we would love to refer you to someone in your area who can meet your needs. So either way, you can schedule that free consultation and let's get started. Let's talk in that consultation for how we can best help you. So that is the link in the bio highlight of the week, which ties into what we usually talk about, our free consultations. The free consultation is just what we mentioned. That's how you get there. But if you decide to schedule a consultation and you do not appear, there is a $15 no-show fee. So make sure that when you schedule that consultation, that it is a time where you can show up. This will be a video consultation. So make sure that you're available, that you have what you need accessible to be on camera so that we can have that free consultation over video. And if you need to change your date or time, make sure that you do it in advance of the previous date that you scheduled, because there will be a $15 no-show fee. And that is primarily because we want to make sure that we're spending time with those that are interested in home ownership. That is our main mission here at Dreams to Keys Realty. And we want to make sure that everyone that has that goal or mission as an individual to have opportunity with us to have those consultations. So we don't want to take away from those that are serious about the journey if you're not quite there yet. So make sure that you schedule the free consultation, you're ready to attend via video. And if you are not, please change your time or cancel it prior to that time so that you do not incur the $15 no-show fee. That is why when you go to schedule your consultation, it will ask for different information to provide the $15 no-show fee should you not attend. So those are our main highlights, but we have something new. I told you guys in the last live that we have some new products. We have some new information to announce today. So here we go. first, we'll talk about new products. So if you've been paying attention to our website, you may have noticed that we have journals. We have a spiral journal and a hardcover journal. With those journals, I will show you what they look like. The spiral journal is $15. The hardcover journal is $18. And I'll take this banner down so you all can see them a little better. But let me just put that back up momentarily. So the one that you see on the left of the screen is the hardcover journal. That is the one that's $18. And the spiral journal is $15. The reason why we created journals is because we know around this time, just as this live suggests, that many of us are starting to think about what we want to see in the new year. And it helps to write that information down, not just for your New Year's resolutions, but also just for keeping things front of mind. Sometimes writing it down makes it plain for us. It makes it to be present in our faces. So if we're carrying around the journal, or if we have the journal in certain locations of our home, that we can come back to it and remind ourselves of what we said we wanted to accomplish. And here at Dreams to Keys Realty, one of our mottos is, my dreams have keys. We understand that everyone may not have the same dream, may not have the same point in time right now of home ownership, may not be ready to own a home, but maybe that's a dream for a later time. So we encourage you to write your dreams down. We encourage you to make out the steps of how to get to your dreams. And we'll talk about that throughout this live, but we wanted you all to know that these are readily available now on our website, which is dtkrealty.com, D as in dog, T as in Tom, K as in kite, realty.com. And you can find other products, ebooks, merchandise there as well, but these are our latest, and you can go on there and see what the inside looks like. It's pretty much the blank pages for you to put whatever you like there, but these are the journals that we have available right now. So in addition to that, I always like to mention that there's a discount code for those that attend the live. I like to make sure that you all know the code before anyone else. So there's an automatic discount when it comes to these products, along with another product, and I'll show you all right here. We have a baseball style shirt now, also available on our website. So the same place that you can find the journals is the same place that you can find this baseball style shirt. It's now $35 if you buy it as its own purchase, but the discount that we have offered now is an automatic discount. If you buy one of the journals, you get the baseball style shirt for 50% off. Again, the discount is automatic. You do not need a code, but if you buy one of the journals, so either the spiral or the hardcover, and they had different prices, but the spiral was $15, the hardcover was $18. If you buy one of those, you get the baseball style shirt for 50% off. So the $35 is if you were to buy the shirt alone, you would get 50% off if you buy the journal with it. And you'll see that when you go to our website and look at these products, that it will mention that discount as well. And of course, you'll see it at checkout. The discount is automatic, but it will end on the 14th at midnight. So 12/14/2024 at midnight, this discount will end. So I wanted to make sure that you all saw our new products, that you know of the discount, that you know that you don't need a code. You can just go on our website and you can make those purchases. So I'm going to put that on the screen. I'm going to come back on the screen as well. But just make sure that if you're interested, I know a lot of us around this time may consider journals or different things. And I would strongly recommend that you consider our journals and just motivational material. We like to make sure that we present motivational material to our customers and clients because we want you to keep dreaming. We want you to keep accessing those keys. And one of the ways that we keep motivation motivational material before you is with merchandise, ebooks, products. So we encourage you to use those to your benefit, to your journey in home ownership. All right, so I promised that to you all in the last live, and I made good on that promise, okay? So today we are talking about New Year's resolution, homeowners edition, home ownership edition. And I'll come back to this discount. I'll bring it back up later, but we're going to start with SMART goals. So how do we get to our end point? At Dreams to Keys Realty, we have several ideal clients, right? We have people that we are, based on our mission, motivated to work with. Not to say that we can't work with anyone else, but because we are more so in the home ownership sector of real estate, meaning that we like to assist those that are interested in owning a property, particularly residential property at this stage, we look to help those that are looking to buy, sell, or rent to own residential property in Gwinnett, Fulton, and DeKalb counties of Georgia. But we also make referrals for other types of properties and other areas for those potential clients to work with other realtors in those fields. One way that we want you to think of making a resolution, if you plan to own a home at any point, or you're in your home ownership journey, but you're transitioning a bit, say you're relocating, we want you to think of SMART goals. SMART is an acronym that stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Again, SMART is an acronym that stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. And these SMART goals help us to make sure that we're reaching our goal with some urgency, but also with some specificity to where we want to see ourselves. One example of a SMART goal when it comes to home ownership or real estate is save $1,000 toward buying a home by April 30th, 2025, by allocating $125 per paycheck toward the high yield savings account. Again, this is a SMART goal example. So listen to this one to see the specifics, measures, the achievability, the relevance, and the time-bound portions. So this is an example of a SMART goal for real estate or home ownership. Save $1,000 toward buying a home by April 30th, 2025 by allocating $125 per paycheck toward the high yield savings account. So this is not something that maybe everyone can use, but if you are someone who says, I have a struggle with saving, and I know that I need some savings to purchase my next home, or just because I need to get more involved in saving in general. If saving is an issue for you, or you feel that you have trouble with saving, then that could be a SMART goal for you for this year. But notice with that SMART goal that it didn't end at the end of 2025. It had a specific date. So for the SMART goal that I just read, it was a target date of April 30th, 2025. And it set parameters of how to reach that goal. So each pay period, each paycheck, pulling out $125 would get to that goal of the $1,000 in that SMART goal example that I just read. So I want you all to see how creating SMART goals helps you to create the strategies that can be used to get you to your end result. And your end result does not have to be the end of the year. It can be through different parts of the year, and based on how realistic it can be for you to make this goal. For someone that may be struggling financially to save, it may be harder to say that I can pull out $125 per paycheck because of other things that are pulling on you financially. So you have to make your SMART goal specific to you. You can't make it that it's a general goal that applies to everyone, and you know where you stand financially. So if you want to create a savings goal that affects your finances, it does make sure that you have a strategy in place. So in this example, there was a high yield savings account mentioned. Do you know what a high yield savings account is and how it could benefit you towards your saving goals? So It depends on the strategy that you want to use. If you don't have a high yield savings account, maybe you want to consider that. A high yield savings account is one that's more than the traditional savings accounts. So the traditional savings accounts have very minimal interest that is incurred. Sometimes it's not even 1% for traditional savings accounts, and high yield savings accounts typically have at least one whole number. It could be 2%, 4%. And in recent years, we've seen talks of the high yield savings account increasing well above 2% for certain institutions. So a high yield savings account allows for you to put money into that account and see it grow faster than you would in a traditional savings account with the bank. So that could be a strategy. But see how this SMART goal helps you to say, I have to put some things in place to make this happen. If you didn't have a high yield savings account, maybe that's step number one out of creating this SMART goal or making it reasonable for you to achieve. Another thing would be allocating your paycheck. If you took this type of SMART goal, then when you do your direct deposit from your employer, for example, you may want to pull that out, that specific amount out to go to that high yield savings account so that you can make sure that that amount is going there straight from your paycheck without you having to manually do it. Sometimes making things more automatic helps us to reach those goals versus doing things in a manual sense. So that could be another strategy that comes out of creating this type of SMART goal. And then you can see your progress. And if you're choosing a high yield savings account, you may see more interest that helps you get to that savings goal. In this example, it was $1,000, but maybe you want to space out this goal if you would like to save $1,000 by another time in the year. So that's just one example, but SMART goals really help us to think of how we can make things happen in a proactive sense so that when we are ready, we've put the tools in place, we've put the steps in place to make sure that we have the end result that we desire. So if savings is something that you're interested in improving for not just buying a home, but in general, making a SMART goal that increases your savings is a good strategy. And again, I'll read the example that I read earlier, which was save $1,000 toward buying a home by April 30th, 2025, by allocating $125 per paycheck toward the high yield savings account. So that's the example that I was referencing before. Another SMART goal that you may want to consider if credit is an issue for you or you have issues with your credit score or report, you may want to create a SMART goal around that. So what are the steps that you can take to fix those issues? What are those issues? First, we have to know what the problem is, right? So if we know that maybe the credit score itself is just not high enough or as high as we would like before we want to purchase a home, then let's address the credit score in a SMART goal. So welcome, I see LaShonda V, welcome, welcome, welcome. And Mom 22024, welcome, welcome, welcome. And welcome on YouTube as well. Let's see some likes. Tap the screen. Let's see some hearts on TikTok. If you like some motivational information that we show on this channel, like creating SMART goals and getting prepared with your New Year's resolutions around home ownership. All right, so another SMART goal that we can talk about is, like I mentioned, credit improvement, credit score improvement. So let's listen to this one. Enhance credit score to qualify for better loan terms, lower interest rates, and improve financial stability for future investments or major purchases by increasing credit score to 680 by using rent reporters to report on-time rental payments. That was a mouthful. I'll read it again. But enhance credit score to qualify for better loan terms, lower interest rates, and improve financial stability for future investments or major purchases by increasing credit score to 680 by using rent reporters to report on-time rental payments. That was a lot. But again, we're talking about SMART goals. So we want specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals. So we had all of that with that goal and the previous goal. So here we know that by the end of the year, And I should have said by the end of the year to make it more time bound. But by the end of the year, we would like to see a credit score increase, right? And how do we want to get there? We want to use rent reporters. If you're not familiar with rent reporters, click the link in the bio. We have an affiliate link with rent reporters, and the service that they provide is to make sure that your on-time rental payments count towards your credit score. If you did not know, that does not happen automatically. This company specializes in making this happen across all three bureaus. So you will see it on your credit report if you work with them across all three credit bureaus. They see about an average credit score increase of about 40 points within 10 days. So if you are a renter, if you're making on-time rental payments and you feel that you could use or even want to benefit from a credit score increase by reporting your on-time rental payments, go to the link in the bio, click the Rent Reporters tab, and make sure that you get started with them. They do have a no regrets policy. So if you have an issue within 7 days of the first reporting, then let them know and they will refund your money. Okay, so make sure that you have strategies in place. So in this SMART goal, we have a specific strategy. What is the strategy? Using rent reporters to report our on-time rental payments. What is our end result or goal in this strategy? We want to see a credit score of at least 680. So we're watching the credit score, watching how it's improving. And because this company has some average reporting goals and a no regrets policy, we know that we can hold them accountable there while we're monitoring our credit report. So that is a strategy you can use if you're looking to improve your credit score. And we need to know what it is to start with, right? So we have to know what the issue is, where we are, and where we want to go. For each individual, you may have a different credit score. If 680 is not your target, maybe it's another credit score goal. Maybe it's one that's specific to a specific loan type. And that's something that the lender can best help you as things change with loans all the time, and they are the expert there. So we heavily refer our clients and potential clients and customers who are interested in the home ownership journey to talk with our preferred lenders, because as things change, as many of you may know, interest rates change day to day and throughout the day. So we refer our clients and customers to our preferred lenders to have that more expertise or the expert talk with them so that they can inform you best. So those are some examples of SMART goals. Now let's talk about where do we put our goals after we've set them. After we set what our goals are, where do we put them? So create reminders of your goals. There can be various places in your home that you put them. If sticky notes work for you, put them up as sticky notes. Welcome, Anna Flores. Welcome, welcome. So if you prefer sticky notes, maybe you prefer wallpaper on your phone or on your computer. Maybe you prefer a bingo card. Bingo cards have become more popular, sometimes through the seasons, but maybe that's a way for you to check things off by using a bingo card that's specific towards your goals. And there's different programs that can help you with that. There's different templates that you can use. So there's so many ways that you can remind yourself of your goals. Again, we do have the journals where you can write out your goals in your journal and make sure that you carry it around, you reference it often. If you're in need of a reminder, you can go there and see what you said you wanted to accomplish and then assess yourself on where you are and what strategies you need to take to make sure that you achieve that goal. And SMART goals that we mentioned before keep us accountable on strategy if you do the SMART goal correctly. And the reminders remind us, of course, to make sure that we're on track. So often I have done the phone wallpaper, and I've also made a video previously on how you can create a wallpaper for your phone. And I've actually done that video here on YouTube, and I'll try to reference it in the cards for the replay, but make sure that you find a strategy that works for you. Some people it's visual, some people it's writing. It depends on what works best for you because we want you to reach the goal. So create reminders of your goals around you so that it's present, it's in your face, it reminds you of what you said and that you hold yourself accountable to that. The next thing we want to talk about is reviewing your financial portfolio. A lot of times we don't really know how our money is moving if we don't take the time to assess without looking at the bills themselves, but just assess how money is spent, where money needs to go. So looking at needs, wants, and debts. I've also covered that in a previous video on YouTube. So make sure that you check that out. I'll try to put that in the cards on the replay. But you want to assess your financial position. Are you stretched too thin? Where could you save? What could you do without? Are there alternatives for things? So, for example, if you're someone who likes coffee every morning, would it be more beneficial for you to buy coffee from the store that you like and make sure that it tastes to your liking versus maybe going to a coffee shop every day? What kind of savings does that mean for you financially, and where could you put that? Could you put that, let's say, toward that SMART goal we talked about earlier of the $125? Could you do that? For some people, that sounds very small of a goal or very small of a strategy, but for others that may necessarily go and buy coffee every day from an establishment, that adds up to a significant amount that they could use for other things. So where could you strategize within your life? Where could you not necessarily, and sometimes you may need to for a time, just do without something so that you can benefit later in other areas. So it's based on your prioritization and what you feel is most important, not just short-term, but for long-term goals. So review your financial portfolio. What are your debts? Write them out. You can use the journal to do so. What is your debt? What is your credit card debt? What is your car loan debt? What is left? What does that look like on a monthly basis? How long would it take for any of that debt to be paid off? Is there a savings plan that you can put in place to maybe knock that debt off faster? Do you have a financial advisor? Are there strategies that they could give you to assist you in making sure that you reach your financial goals? And one of the things that I make sure when I'm talking with my clients or customers or potential clients about is that we don't want you house poor. We don't want you stretched so thin just to buy this particular house that once other things occur that you don't have the means to handle them financially. So we want you to have savings regardless of whether you're buying a home or not. Make sure that you have savings. Make sure that you're not overextending yourself in debt. And if you have some challenges with that, what are those avenues to correct it? Does that mean that maybe you need to have a conversation with that credit card company? Do you need that credit limit increase because you have been consistent over time? There's so many strategies and it's on an individual basis, but make sure that you review your financial portfolio. This also includes your retirement plans. Are you prepared to retire when you would like? Are you prepared to make sure that even when, for example, we could talk about estate planning, even when you decide what happens after you're gone, are those strategies in place? Is that set? Have you talked with those attorneys in that area, those financial advisors in that area? And is your current plan working for you? If not, talk with them about strategies of how you would like to see improvements. It helps to know where you are, to know where you want to improve to get where you want to go. So we talked about SMART goals. We talked about reminders of your goals, where to put them. And we talked about reviewing your financial portfolio. And actually, the reviewing of the financial portfolio, depending on what you want your SMART goals to be, could be before making your SMART goals or could help you to revise your SMART goals. So the review of your financial portfolio can happen at any stage, but it is important to have some time to just take a break from paying the bills to actually assess all of the bills, what they mean to you, what they mean for you on a monthly basis, what do they also mean for you on a long-term basis, and how can you improve your financial positioning. If you're someone that's looking to sell a home, it may benefit you as well to, as we talked about when we reviewed data for each county, and we talked about month supply of inventory and days on market until sale. Reviewing your financial portfolio can also help you there because you want to make sure that you're not stretched so thin waiting on that home to sell. You want to be prepared. in advance so that you don't have issues financially while you're waiting to find that buyer that's interested in that home. So financial portfolio review is important regardless of where you stand on home ownership, but make sure that you assess it, even if it's not a part of a home ownership journey for you, even if it's just a part of your New Year's resolution process. See where you are financially and see where you want to go. All right, if you are interested in real estate, which I'm sure some of you may be, or someone you know is, because you're here on this live, and we thank you for joining. Tap on the screen so we can see some hearts on TikTok. Welcome, Christina, and let's see some thumbs up on YouTube. So we are again on both platforms as we are typically when we go live. But one of the other goals as it relates to home ownership and New Year's resolutions could be to create your real estate team. Who do you want to help you? There are so many ways to find your team. The social media platforms, such as these that we have, there's so many avenues, word of mouth, that you can find people that just get what you need. They have what you need help with already in place. So for example, if you're someone who, let's say, I'm the essential millennial realtor, right? So I would understand a lot of the essential workers, right? Because I am one, right? So maybe that's a perspective that when you saw other realtors, real estate agents, that maybe they just don't understand that I have to work 12 hours. I have to work 10 hours. I'm tired in the morning. They're calling me in the morning. I need other times to be able to talk to people. So you just need to find those people that get what you need, and are realistic with you about the law and as well about the process for your home ownership goals. So create your team, do your research, figure out who is best to help you. There's so many realtors, so many real estate agents, so many lenders, and often real estate agents and realtors have preferred lenders, and they specialize in different areas or different states. So where do you want to live? Where do you see yourself? And then figure out who's in that area that suits your needs. Sometimes you may like a particular real estate agent or realtor, but they just don't have the service that you're in need of. And also you can reach out to them and say, hey, I realize that you don't help in this area, that this is not your area of expertise, but do you know someone? Because if you like them, I'm sure the company they keep is someone that you might be of like as well, right? So ask those questions, advocate for yourself, create your team. If you want to use real estate experts, look for a real estate agent or realtor. We talked about the difference here on this platform on YouTube as well. Look for the preferred lender. We have to talk about pre-approval before we go see any properties, especially if you're a buyer, right? So look for that. And then also you may want to consider a real estate attorney. If you have issues, let's say, even if you don't want to buy a property in your name, you want to buy it in a trust or other areas of purchasing a home, other ways of purchasing a home, maybe talk to a real estate attorney, maybe talk to your tax preparer and see, what does this mean for me when I file my taxes? If you are a seller, that's someone that you want to talk to as well, your tax preparer, because have you sold or are you about to sell your home too soon and incur a capital gains tax? Is that something that you're willing to do? So there are people that you can talk to create your team, and you can do that even before you're ready. So if you're meeting with me, for example, on a free consultation, but you say, I'm not quite ready to buy a home, I think I'll buy a home next year. We can put strategies in place to get you ready. You still can talk to the preferred lender. We still can work on credit. We still can talk about what the market is saying. We can do market reports so you can see where you think you want to live and what the market is saying right now. And we can talk about, is this the time? When are you ready? In the process of all of this, you can still continue to save. Like we mentioned about the real estate attorney, you can still have those discussions. So it gives you more time, actually, if you were to say that, to have discussions without the feeling of urgency, without feeling pressured, without feeling rushed. We can review contracts and see, do we want to work together and how long? Do we want to start at this point, or do we want to start at another point where you can get more advisement and specifics on your journey toward being a homeowner. So don't feel that, especially when working with us, that you have to wait until your credit is right, your savings are right, and you're right now ready to buy a home. We really encourage that at any point where you say, I want to be a homeowner, or I want to sell my home, or maybe I'm not quite ready to buy outright, but I'd rather rent to own, or what we call a lease option. We have strategies in place to help you along the way. We're not rushed. We don't want you to be rushed. We know that when time is of the essence is when that executed contract occurs, but make sure that you're ready, and we are ready to help you get ready, if that makes sense. So here at Dreams to Keys Realty, make sure that you are open. If you would like us to be a part of your team, if you would like me to be a part of your team as a realtor licensed in Georgia, that we have the time, and we want you to make sure that you do it right, that you do it in a way that you're comfortable. We do have some legal obligations once we get started, but even if you say that you're not quite ready today, we are willing to help you along the way. So keep that in mind. We kind of talked about the savings. If you didn't have a SMART goal of savings, we still would encourage you to start a savings plan or continue your current plan if you feel that it is working. Again, this kind of goes into reviewing your financial portfolio, assess your savings. Regardless of whether you are buying a home or not, savings is important just because emergencies can come up. Things happen all the time in life, and we wouldn't want you to be ill-prepared or without options. So having savings can also help. And like we mentioned in that SMART goal example of a high-yield savings account, those high-yield savings accounts are those that incur more interest than the traditional banks' savings accounts, where your savings accounts from the traditional bank, if you've ever had a savings account with any bank that you can ride past on the street, those savings accounts typically don't even have 1% interest to them. So they're not adding much to anything that you put into that savings account. But a high yield savings account often has whole numbers. So it's 2%, 3%, 4%. We saw those numbers go up after the pandemic as far as the number of high yield savings accounts out there and the number of or percent of interest that they provide. So a high yield savings account, if you are interested in improving your savings plan or strategy, could be a good way for you to get there faster because of the interest being higher for you to help get you to that goal. All right, so I think those are all of the points that we're going to cover today. If you guys have any questions, make sure that you put them in the comments section. Tap the screen on TikTok. Let's see some hearts. Let's see thumbs up on YouTube. And I'll wait around for a few questions so we can see how to help you all if you are interested in New Year's resolutions that are related to a home ownership journey. Also, I will put up the automated discount information as well. So if you are interested in getting one of the journals that we saw before, and I'll actually bring it back up so you all can see it for those that came a little later when we discussed it. But the journal, we have two options, hardcover and spiral. The hardcover, let me put those back up again. The hardcover is on the left. The spiral is on the right. The spiral is $15. The hardcover is $18. We also have just put out our baseball tee or baseball style shirt, which you can see on the screen now. And the price for the baseball style shirt is $35. However, as you see on the screen on YouTube, we have an automatic discount on our website, which is dtkrealty.com, D as in dog, T as in Tom, K as in kite, realty.com, where if you buy either journal, just buying at least one journal, you would get 50% off of the baseball style tee. So you can choose to buy the hardcover journal and get 50% off of the baseball style tee, or you can get the spiral journal and get 50% off of the baseball style tee. Again, this is specific to our website. So dtkrealty.com, D as in dog, T as in Tom, K as in kite, realty.com. Of course, that stands for Dreams to Keys Realty. And it's not on TikTok. This is specific to our website. So everyone would need to go to our website to see that. And you can go to the link in the bio and see our merchandise there as well. So you'll see shirts. You'll see one of the images of a young lady wearing one of our shirts. Click there and you can go straight to our website's shop. And it will show you other things such as our ebooks, our hoodies, our crew necks. Our shirts come in variety of sizes and colors. So we go through small to 3XL in our shirts. These baseball style shirts are to 2XL. And depending on the sizing also depends on the pricing. So the higher that we go in the size, the price increases a bit. Not too much though. But you can go to our website to see and order. And of course, we hope that you enjoy it. We hope that in your home ownership journey, as you make those New Year's resolutions, that you utilize these things to keep yourself motivated and to keep yourself, just prepared for your goal setting and your journey in 2025. We all want to thrive in 2025, and we hope that through these products, through our services, that we can assist you in doing so. Well, I don't see any questions on either platform. Thank you for joining Lollipop. And if you all wouldn't mind tapping the screen and giving a thumbs up on YouTube, we would love to see it. And we will see you all in our next live where we talk about fair housing rights. That will be our last live for this year. And next year, we'll come back with introducing what our goals are for the year as a company. So just as we talked with you about goals, we'll present our goals as a company, reintroduce our mission, and make sure that you all know, if you are interested in working with us, what that means for you, how we can best assist you. And we hope that this is information that you can use and share to others. So like, follow, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share these videos to those in your community or those in your family, friendships, or what have you that are interested in home ownership. We would love to be of some assistance if we can. So thank you all for joining, and I will say goodbye. We finished a little bit early, but I hope you have a great rest of your day.